Hi, welcome to Adventure Lunch. I'm Jerrod Kingery.
Oh, and I'm CyberBob, a.k.a. Bob Gambert, and that is a wonderful open you
Thank
just did.
you very much.
Very cool.
It took me about 5 minutes to animate that cat, and about 10 minutes.
Oh, the cat wasn't really singing. They did a great job. I thought the cat was singing.
I was trying to train a cat from the Humane Society to sing.
Where is this going? Well, hey, our restaurant this week is what?
This is Veracruz,
right.
Restaurant Veracruz.
Right. You have to say restaurant first.
Recommended to us by
Nate
on the floor crew, who tried to send us to Venezuela.
He liked the place so much he couldn't remember the name of it.
He was just like, it's Venezuela.
Nate, why did you tell us the wrong name?
I don't know. Please stop talking to people off camera. People don't like that at home because they can't hear that.
You're making that up. People love that.
People don't like that.
People love Nate.
Anyway.
Right, Nate?
Nate's great, but Nate sent us to the wrong restaurant. Anyway, we found it at Bandera Rd. It is called Restaurant Veracruz.
Now, it's a little hard to find.
It's kind of behind a Citgo. If you're familiar with Cafe Milano,
it's in the same
shopping center.
Yeah.
And the name Veracruz, you've got a little visual aid here.
Yeah, we don't have a graphic for this. We just have the printout here, and you can see that Veracruz is all the way down here. Thank you, Jerrod. And San Antonio is all the way up there. That's about 866 miles away. Because I was just curious, where is Veracruz? I've heard people talk of this place, Veracruz.
You really were curious?
I really was, and it's on the Bay of Campeche in the southern
Bay of Campeche.
Gulf of Mexico.
Is that the like you're going to get murdered and sold to a cartel?
Do you know the Bay of Campeche is really a great place for hurricane growth because of the very warm waters?
I don't care. I don't care. You should get one of those hurricane plotter maps and show it to us. Where's it going to?
I have more knowledge that's coming up in this.
I've heard.
Yes.
Anyway, this is what the place looks like when you walk inside. It's small, but clean and
brightly
bright.
colored, smells good. You know, sometimes you get these smaller places in some of these strip malls, and you know, as soon as you walk in, you know you made a mistake. This
where are you going?
This is. You've been to some of these places that they just, you know, when they clean the place with dirty mop water, and it has that.
It's like they mop with beans.
Oh, it's horrible. There's some restaurants that are like that, and this smells good, looks good, people are nice. Loved it.
What's happening here? Everything okay back there, Nate?
Oh,
okay, you're good. Nate was laughing a lot and
it had nothing to do with anything we were talking about.
Anyway, speaking of smells great. What do you know? I don't know.
I don't know how you're going to.
We're transition here. This is our waitress, Jessica. Even though you wrote Jennifer on the back, I know it's Jessica.
I meant Jessica.
You meant Jessica. Jessica did not want to be photographed.
We talked her into it, though.
I think she's running from the law or something like that.
Very, very nice girl. Was born in Mexico.
Born in Mexico.
Left when she was 10 years old. Came to San Antonio, and actually said that she was because it was. I'm always curious about that. You know, you come to San Antonio from someplace else. How do you mix in? She said it had no problem whatsoever. School was actually easy for her because she was about a year ahead. So the education she was getting, the education she got in Mexico was better than the education that she got in San Antonio.
I was just going to get onto one of those teacher
rants of yours.
And
that is why I hate teachers unions.
Oh God. All right. Anyway, she had a. She was very knowledgeable also about what was the most popular dish at the restaurant, and we have a little video of that.
The Mixto plate, which comes with a free drink after 11.
That's the Mixto plate. Okay.
A free drink.
All right,
we got a free drink. I got a Fanta. And let me tell you.
You ordered the Mixto plate.
I got the Mixto plate, so I got a free drink. I got a Fanta.
A Fanta. There you are pouring it in a very naturalistic pose. That's exactly how you pour it.
But did you know what I found out about Fanta?
I do know what you found out about Fanta, but please tell everyone at home.
Because I already told you.
You think people are watching this at home or on their phone?
No one's watching on their phone.
Okay.
Fanta was actually developed in 1941 for the Germans because they were not allowed to sell Coca-Cola in Nazi Germany. All right? So they developed a different drink, Coca-Cola did, made from German ingredients that they sold to Germans. And so, whenever you drink a Fanta, you are drinking the preferred drink of Nazis.
Well, it wasn't a public relations thing, right? Like Coca-Cola wanted to sell product in Germany, right?
Right. Well, there was a ban on Coca-Cola there, but they still wanted to sell a drink there, so they did that. And I didn't know this. I did not know. I always thought whenever I thought of Fanta, I never thought of Nazis. I always thought of those beautiful women dancing around with the different the fontanelles. Is that what they're called?
From years ago. That's like 10 years old now.
Now it's ruined everything.
Anyway, We found out later.
Oh,
the free
I
drink.
didn't have to get a Fanta.
The free drink.
Look at this on this. Nate, check this out. I don't know if you can zoom in on this or not, but little did we know, in small print in the back, when you get the Mixto plate, you could get a free beer.
A free beer.
A free beer. Do you see that right here?
And you got a Fanta like a
Free
Nazi-loving
beer.
sucker. Oh, good job reading the menu.
Nazis got me again.
Anyway, first up out of the gate, she brought us some chips and a wide assortment of salsas. And if you saw last week's episode, we were disappointed.
Not disappointed at all this week. The chips are good. They're crisp. They're fresh, lightly salted. They had good flavor to them. And then we also got a nice arrangement of different sauces with varying degrees of heat.
Everything was very hot. I couldn't eat any of it. Everything was very hot.
Because you're a little girl. They weren't that bad. In fact, the one she said was really hot was really more flavorful than it was hot.
That's because you had the Fanta to dull your senses. Anyway, I just had a regular Coke. Is that okay?
And so I got the Mixto plate. And the Mixto plate, if I look on the thing here, because I don't know actually what anything's actually called.
That comes with a panucho right there.
Which one's well, she's not showing anymore. So it's
the panucho would be in the top left there.
All right,
going
left.
clockwise. That's a panucho. Middle is the tostada.
Right.
To the right.
That was the pork or
that
chicken.
is the conichita.
It was good. Then you got two empanadas.
You got the cheese empanada and the picadillo empanada.
Which were fried.
Right. Unlike last week's, which
were baked.
Were baked.
Then actually they're good fried.
The fresh cheese one was really delicious.
And then enchilada there, right? Is
that
an enchilada of some sort?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Very good. Now, my favorite of all that, I loved the cheese empanada.
Cheese empanada was delicious.
I have a hard time with tostadas. I don't understand how people eat these things.
Okay, but can we go back to that?
You know what I'm saying? How do you eat them?
Show me this. That's on top of there, with what you're pointing to,
right,
is a radish. There was a little tiny radish.
You said you had never had a radish in your whole life.
I can't remember having a radish.
And I was like, well, I got to let him have the radish. And I ate it accidentally.
Thanks a lot.
Sorry.
Another dream denied. There we go.
But it's huge. You can't actually eat these.
Well, that's pretty much standard.
It just falls everywhere over your plate.
Chalupa thing.
I didn't.
Anyway.
Why do they do that though? Why do they
know.
make something that you can't eat?
Well, you eat it, you just get messy. Anyway, moving on.
Why don't they put another thing on top so I could treat it like a sandwich?
Well, that's why we got to go to K Torta.
All right.
Okay.
Have a sandwich. It would be a sandwich.
I also had the picadillo empanadas.
Yeah.
Not empanadas.
So you got to have a whole bunch of the good stuff.
Yeah, it was really tasty. I like the fried stuff. Maybe I'm just a big fatty, but it seems like a small portion.
Do you think that was too little?
Well, I mean, the picture doesn't really. The picture's a little distorted here, but
It takes up the whole screen.
I know.
Well,
but
how much do you want?
I guess I'm used to rice and beans also. I don't know. Hey, whatever.
They were
Anyway,
good though. They were really generally good. Now the most popular item on the menu, we asked, what do people actually come in and get? And it was this.
That is the beef fajita taco.
Which pretty simple, and it was really good.
It was really good. You weren't terribly fond of it.
I like a little more flavor in the beef on these. I thought they were a little bland on that.
There's some grilled onions in there, and we can't see it, but there is as Jessica said, avocado. She didn't say avocado.
Yeah, and she also said her name was Jessica at first. I think she's got a whole A thing going on.
Maybe it's
Something to do with Mexico. Is that an accent in Mexico?
Please.
Really? Is that what it is?
It's probably an accent thing.
Oh wait, I'm not talking to anybody off camera. Sorry.
Not talking to anybody off
I
camera.
just
But it was
happened to be
really
looking
delicious.
that way. And go ahead.
We didn't get any dessert, and we didn't take pictures of our scraps.
It's funny though. If you want dessert, you have two choices. You can either get the that's all right, Nate. Don't worry about it. You can have either the rice or the lemon.
If you're getting us dessert, that's where you're running to get us dessert. You can bring us dessert. You can have a rice dessert or a lemon dessert.
I don't even know what that means. And there's some kind of a picture there, but you can't. It
There's a
doesn't.
picture of a palm tree.
The rice. Or lemon.
If anybody knows what a rice dessert or lemon dessert is, please email us. Let us know. And if you're wondering, if you want a landmark, for whatever reason you wanted to know,
Steely Nevadas. It's right next to Steely
right
Nevadas.
next door to Steely Nevadas, which there you go, which oh crud.
You said you've been to Steely Nevadas.
I've been to Steely
before.
Nevadas. It's just a nice little neighborhood bar.
Because you actually live in this area.
I'm not far
I don't
from
know
here.
should I say that? Are we allowed to tell people that?
I don't live like right there.
You don't live
so,
at Steely Nevadas.
I don't live at Steely Nevadas.
Have you been to Steely Nevadas, Nate? I mean,
I've been to Steely Nevadas. It's just a nice little neighborhood bar. Lots of karaoke. Used to be when I was in high school was a pool hall called the Side Pocket. It was an all-ages pool hall.
all ages pool hall.
Yeah. So there's a lot of high school kids in there. I think they sold.
Must have been. It was so popular it closed.
I think. Yeah. Well, I think they sold Little Caesars pizza in there.
Inside of there, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Because it was
cool.
kids. You know, they're gonna play pool and. Anyway, so that was Restaurant Veracruz.
All right, so let's go to our ratings here. So
we have a
overall, a 1 being the worst meal you ever had, 10 being the best meal you ever had.
It's a little
Where
hyperbolic.
would you? Hyperbolic?
Anyway,
What does hyperbolic mean?
hyperbole, exaggerated.
Well, I mean, 1 would be the best. 1 would be the worst, 10 would be the best. I'm just trying to establish what 1 to 10 means here. 5 would be the average meal that you ever had.
Okay.
Where do you rate Veracruz?
I would give it a 6.5. I mean, I have a hard time with your system here. I have to go like.
What is wrong with the system? I don't think it gets any
Well,
easier.
because you need to get like integer. Like there's a lot of decimals.
There's plenty of places between. Okay, 1 is the worst you ever had. 100
Okay,
is the
there we
best
go.
you
That's
ever
a little
had.
bit. That's a little better.
You could you can use a decimals. You could say I like
That's
it
what I was
as a
just saying.
5.8.
That's what I was
The
just
same as a
saying.
58.
Because I mean, I've had okay.
Why is this so complicated?
Because I like a base 100 system better than a base 10. Okay, sorry. It's getting a little nerdy.
So what was your rate?
I would give it maybe like a 56.
So a 5.6 on a 10 scale.
I mean,
I would give it. You know what? You said 5.6.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be. That was about what I was thinking, but I'm gonna give it a 6.
A 6. It was good. Maybe I would have. I had a little too much of the same thing, I guess, with the empanadas.
Well, Nate had really built it up. He was like, "This is the best restaurant man has ever devised." He was like, "This is the place that I go. This is my to-go place for food. When I need a good meal, this is where I go."
Really
So I was
sold it. You really
expecting.
built it up.
Yeah, yeah. And so
Plus, it gave it a different name. Like he gave us a communist country's name. And
And if I was gonna, if I went back, I would not get the Mixto plate unless I wanted the free beer, but or the Nazi Fanta. But I think I would go with what you got with the empanadas.
I would like the cheese empanadas.
They were really good.
Yeah.
That would be the thing I'd recommend.
So
there.
maybe we just chose incorrectly.
And you would like want 4 orders of them because you don't think there's enough.
I'm just used to having rice and beans to go with it. I'm used to having a side.
All right then.
Instead of having just a tomato and a bed of lettuce that I'm not going to eat.
As always, we're still looking for Joe
Schneider.
If you've seen him,
Joe
there's been
Venice.
some more sightings of him. I think we've seen him. Someone sent us a picture of him singing.
So,
There's
disc golfing.
There's been some disc golfing sightings of him.
Is that the proper term for it? Disc golfing.
Well, if you want to make
that seems like two hard consonants together. Disc golfing.
If you want to upset the disc golfers, say that I saw him playing frisbee.
I saw him playing frisbee.
That will make them very upset.
I would
we're always
play-
looking for people's suggestions on where to go.
Suggestions,
Because we have no idea where we're going to go Monday, right?
We've got a couple in the hopper.
What are we
thinking? We've got K Torta.
That was right across the street.
Right across the street. We've also got Malibu Shack. Also recommended to us by. Have you been to Malibu Shack?
No, but I love the idea of Malibu Shack.
Recommended to us by by Kiko the Sinistan Martinez. It's not related to Malibu Grand Prix, by the way.
We'll make sure people know that. If you have an idea, email me, Bob Gambert at woaitv.com, or you.
Or Jerrod Kingery at woaitv.com. Or leave a comment at the bottom of this page.
Or on the YouTube, wherever you're watching us.
Wherever this is.
Wherever you're watching us.
If you find a VHS tape like in 100 years and you're making fun of us at a found footage festival.
We have been, we've been mass producing the show on VHS. And
we've got that whole box in the back.
And selling them at garage sales.
There's a huge hipster market.
For VHS.
For guys talking about food on VHS. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? It's all about Toms and VHS tapes of dudes talking about lunch.
Is the show ever going to end?
Anyway, that's all the time for this we've got for this week. Make lunch an adventure.
Oh, what happened? What was the other one?
I don't remember it. Have an adventurous lunch.
Adventurous lunch, whatever.
Bye.
Bye.